Hello and welcome back. We are live on the trade show floor at Greenbuild 2015 for the NOVA competition in Washington, D.C. With me on the show floor is Mina Sepelian, Vice President of Research and Development for Certainteed and Director of NOVA. So welcome, Minas.
Thank you very much.
Minas, give us a sense of what's going on right now on the show floor and why it was so important to actually have this session here at Greenbuild.
So what's happening on the show floor right now is that we have the 8 finalists that we selected out of the 270 applicants from our 2015 innovation competition, pitching their companies to groups of executives across Saint-Gobain. I think that the event itself is really important for a number of reasons. One, it pulls our finalists into the middle of our Saint-Gobain community. They're present on the floor, they're getting exposure not only to our company, but also to all the attendees of Greenbuild. So it's a great opportunity for them. Our executives are learning a lot about what these companies do, and they're doing it in a very live way. They're able to ask them questions, and it's in a 10-minute kind of a blast interview where the startups get to present themselves, answer questions, talk about why they're excited about the businesses that they're trying to build. And I think that if you look at what these companies do, they're trying to develop the solutions for the future. And I think Greenbuild is a very appropriate place to have this event. I mean, we're talking about sustainable building technologies, the buildings of the future, and how to protect our world, our environment, and create better spaces for all of us. And I think having these companies participate in this venue, I can't think of a better way to do that or a better place to choose.
Well, I know you said before that in a lot of ways innovation is an ecosystem.
Yeah.
And so we compared it before to a rainforest. Yeah. Maybe you can explain why it's so important to have that type of diversity and what our hopes are around working with NOVA to foster that.
Innovation is always happening everywhere around us. And I think one of the dangers a company can have, especially a large one like ours, is to depend too much on ourselves to develop the ideas of the future. We have to look outside. And our NOVA team and looking at startups is one way that we do that. And I think the ecosystem that we try to foster is one where it's very inclusive. We're constantly looking outside, challenging ourselves with our approaches, our ideas, our choices, and being open to imagine new perspectives on old problems. And that's a lot of what these companies are doing. They need our help. I mean, they need access to venues like this, to customers, to markets, to resources, to knowledge that over 350 years we've built. And we need them. We need their ideas, we need their technologies, we need their entrepreneurial spirit to really inspire us at every level in the company. Today, our executive team is being inspired by what these guys do, and I hope that when they go back and think of their businesses and look at the decisions they have to make, they'll be influenced by having seen what's happening with these small companies outside of their perimeter. And I'm fairly certain that it's not something that they're going to forget, and it's something that's going to influence the way they look at what they should be doing.
That's impressive. A lot around growth, about inspiring people, about innovation, not just now, but for the future. So with that in mind, let's take a look at the last 2 finalists.
Cbot is using robots to revolutionize how we construct, maintain and repair buildings. All around us there are buildings which need maintenance, repairs and upgrading. Many older buildings simply do not meet modern standards. They waste energy, they are cold, they are drafty and they are uncomfortable in winter. Upgrading them is impractical and expensive. That's where Cbot comes in. Cbot provides robotic services to the built environment. Our robots turn difficult, dangerous and disruptive jobs into clean, efficient and safe processes. The initial focus is underfloor insulation, a market that would be impractical and cost prohibitive without robots. Spraybot is a small, powerful mini tank that applies insulation to suspended timber floors. With Spraybot, we don't even need to enter the property. We can feed the robot in from outside through a small opening. Spraybot deploys within the void and applies insulation to the underside of the floor. This reduces heating bills by as much as 25%, reduces drafts and makes your feet warmer. Compared to traditional methods, it takes 1 to 2 days, not weeks, is a fraction of the cost and has none of the hassle and practical issues. In addition to the robots, our team includes world experts, professors and doctors in engineering and the built environment. Currently, we work with public housing providers who value the fact that we don't need to bother their residents or tear the house apart to upgrade it to modern standards. We save them energy and we improve the lives of people in need. We also work with construction companies and contractors. We allow them to offer new services to their clients. We empower their workers, make them safer, and create new and interesting jobs. Our partners have thousands of installers that can use the robots. This will help us have a much larger impact quicker, and we need to, as there are tens of millions of homes that need insulating. Finally, we provide installation companies like Saint-Gobain access to new and premium markets. Robots creating jobs, saving energy, and making the world a better place. Who wouldn't want to work with us?
The industrial exoskeleton systems developed by our company help reduce injuries in workers and improves their productivity.
In the United States alone, we spent more than $16 billion per year on work-related back injuries. After realizing the practical applications of our research at UC Berkeley, we founded US Bionics to bring this technology to the market. So here at US Bionics, we make exoskeletons for human augmentation and injury prevention. I think what makes our technology unique is we really cater to our end users and involve them in our design process, so then we know exactly what they want and what they don't want. As a result, we have developed a system that can really seamlessly be integrated into their existing workplace. In fact, many companies reached out to us looking for a solution, and I think we really have the expertise to come in and help the workers increase productivity and reduce the risk of injury.
Our big opportunity is to be the first to integrate exoskeletons into the industrial setting. Based on user needs, we can ruggedize this technology for the outdoors, streamline it for speed, or motorize it for extra power.
We want to show the world that working with exoskeletons not only increases worker safety, but it increases worker performance too. We can help the workers spend less energy lifting and more energy actually doing skilled labor.
We have a chance to fundamentally change work setting. The same way that a hard hat and safety glasses were useful in protecting the workers, we think our devices is at the stage that change the entire way that workers work.
This is not only the next step for worker safety, this is the next step in human performance.
We want the worker to come home with energy for life beyond work. A win for us is a win for the worker.